the law of consistency is really important. I think there was a wise man called Seneca, the wiser Seneca the Great or something. He said, wisdom has always been accept the same thing and reject the same thing. And I think that I think it comes in exercise. They have a thing, set principle, which is a specific adaptation to imposed demands, which means they will adapt specifically, or we'll get a specific adaptation to the demands we impose every day. So if we look to lift something with the arm, the arm has to get stronger. We're asking a clear question and we're getting a clear response. So I think the consistency of the coach is everything. Now obviously they need to be consistently intelligent, not consistently ignorant. So that's hard, but that's a challenge, I suppose. But for me, the law of consistency is really important, and the coach becomes consistent when they know what's really important. So that's why we need a clear understanding of what you want to stand for. What does the player look like at the end of this? What are the inputs that's needed? What the language I need to do to keep the most important thing, and that's it's simplicity, but again it's the highest form of complexity. So I'm trying to be consistent all the time. Show respect the game, leave it in a better place, respect the opponent, respect the referee, respect each other, respect the facilities. Respect your own gear, respect where we come from, respect what we do. And if I'm consistent in that, they'll learn respect. What we make important, they learn to be important if we're believable and trustworthy as coaches. But if we're talking about respect today and tomorrow our actions don't match up, well, there's no consistency, so there's no adaptation. And I'm pretty consistent on effort as well. So, always reject lack of effort and always commend, or they say what gets recognised gets repeated. So effort, being consistent in your language. So things like catchphrases come in there, so you can automate the message and get it in all the time, like about passing. If one pass will do, don't choose two. And we were consistent in that. And I think that's it. It's like the primary colours idea. What are the colours we need to make every other colour? And we can be consistent in getting these first three colours, red, yellow, blue. Variety is nice, but sometimes don't confuse variety with intelligence. Anyone can go out and buy a book of drills and have 1,000 drills and do a different drill every day. But what is the adaptation at the end of that? It's maybe, I don't know what it is. But if we know the primary colours we want and we're consistent in designing practices around that, well, then we're going to get an adaptation. But again, it's like reverse engineering, knowing what we want at the end and knowing what we need to put in consistently and daily, how to eat the elephant type thing, a little piece at a time. So for me, the law of consistency is crucial in coaching. And whenever I talk or deal with coaches, I always talk about that. Even at elite level coaching, it's really important. Your language, the feedback loop, how we can just keep microdosing the message of the important things. Because when you go to a place, you're either responding or reacting to things that are happening around you. And if you don't know what's important, you're reacting to everything. But if you know what's important, you're more responding to things. And you're diagnosing and prescribing solutions. And essentialism is another phrase I have heard. So that law of consistency for me is because you get the adaptation. That if you have enough knowledge, you'll get an adaptation what you want at the end of this. And it's fascinating. Yeah, it's fascinating.